again, good friends. Welcome, new subscribers. I'm Brian from Apex Detail. When it comes to the correction line from Sonax, we've taken a look at Sonax Cut Max. That's the heavy hitter. That takes care of the deep imperfections. We've also taken a look at Perfect Finish, the opposite end of the spectrum, doing the finish work. And its brother, the Sonax EX0406, does the same thing, just formulated more for the dual action polisher. We're going to fill that in today and take a look at Sonax Cut and Finish. This would be their rendition of a medium cut compound. I have a panel set up in the shop. We're going to just concentrate on this video on the test panel. We'll test its cut, its finish, and anything in between. We'll try different pads, different polishers, different size polishers. Then I'll follow that up with the compound out in the shop doing some real world work. And that's where you find just what some of these compounds are really made of. Let's get to it. Sonax Cut and Finish. I have the 250 milliliter bottle. That was $17.99. Also available in 1 liter and also 5 liter containers. We have sections set up all with different sand marks, and we have it set up just like we would if we were doing the cutting compound series. So grab your product, shake it up. If it's been sitting on the shelf, shake it up for at least 20 seconds. We'll use the exact same pad, the standard orange foam cutting pad. We'll use the same polisher, and we'll do the same routine. We'll take one trip down through those sections, make a return trip starting at the 2500 grit, all the way down through the 800 grit section, and make a return trip back. Same speed, same pressure. That's going to do it. Give me a second to put the polisher down, grab the camera so I can bring you guys in close. We could take a look at the residue. You can see there's no dusting. And I can just tell you now, this is exactly the same as the Perfect Finish and the Cut Max. After one pass, the residue turns quite clear. So you can see through that mess and take a good look at the panel you're working on and keep an eye on your progress. The residue is very easy to wipe off, user-friendly, just like the other products. So let's take a look at these sections, and you'll see it blazed right through the 2500 grit, the 2000 grit, the 1500 grit. But when we get to the 1000 grit where the Cut Max blazed through that, it has a little bit of trouble. It fades off there, and then you can see what attempt it had in the 800 grit section. The Cut Max had a much better success in that area. And really, this is right where it should be. This falls in line with a medium cut compound, where it would fail, where it falls off. And a quick tip for you guys, I use the Perfect Finish and the 0406 as 1-steps on soft clears. I'll grab this, the Cut and Finish, for a 1-step on harder clears, such as GM. All right, next test. We'll move to a different section here. Underneath all the sand marks, you'll see some real deep scratches, then some surface scratches. Then we have sand marks 1500 grit all the way up to 3000 spaced just about everywhere. I'm going to grab the 15 millimeter Max Shine and we'll attach a Lake Country pre-washed low lint lamb's wool pad, and we'll see exactly what we can remove with this. We'll do a crisscross pattern. In the first pass I'll have some moderate pressure, and we'll take advantage of both the wool pad and the abrasives before they start to diminish. Then I'll lighten up pressure for the second pass. We'll remove the residue and see what we have. That's going to do it. Give me a second to put the polisher down and grab you guys. Again, no dusting whatsoever. You could have made at least 3 more passes. The cycle time on this stuff is ridiculous, just like the other compounds. And it wipes off really easy. User-friendly product. As you can see, the gloss, the clarity, it's back. What we have left over, some real deep scratches, scratches through the clear coat down into the base coat, but yeah, this stuff works very well. The surface of this hood is an absolute mess, but you can see some of the deeper imperfections left behind. Alright, next we'll use a scuff pad, which is pretty much equivalent to 5000 grit, and we'll make the surface so there's hardly any reflection whatsoever. Then I'm going to slap just a real soft blue finishing pad, buff and shine on there, and we'll use the product to bring some reflection and shine back, and we'll just see how far it can go. Alright, good enough. Give me a second to put the polisher down. We'll remove the residue. Then I'll grab you guys, bring you in. Even though the product has no fillers whatsoever, what you see is what you get. I'm still going to bring in an IP solution and we'll clean off that panel before we come in and take a look. Alright, so even though this panel is absolutely trashed, we got rid of the haze marks from the scuffing, and if you look right of the shop light, you can see the definition and the details on the overhead door. Okay, so that fills in the gap in between Cut Max and Perfect Finish in the Sonax correction line. That was just on the test panel. Next, we'll take it out into the shop, do some real-world work, and that will give us a true sense of what the compound can do. So we'll wait till then to break out the board with the podium on it, and we'll see if it does either break onto the podium or down in the honorable mention section. Until then, if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Brian from Apex Detail. Catch you in the next video.